whatever the source of anger, practicing with anger is a big deal. And while I'm a fairly calm and cheerful person, one of the one of the lessons for me over the last 10 years in my ripe old age is actually recognizing that I have a temper and recognizing the harms that irritation, exasperation, feeling put upon, feeling aggrieved, having had it up to here, just even sitting in the background without it being, boiling over has had a lot of impact in my life and in my relationships. And I'm still paying a price for or trying to heal and repair. So, anger can have a lot of impact as an emotion in the four general so-called negative emotions: anger, sadness, fear, and shame, as a range of feelings, each one of them: anger, fear, sadness, and shame. Anger has the most impact on relationships. Usually it's the most consequential. And anger is tricky because it feels good in the moment. Unlike the other negative emotions, sadness, fear, and shame, there is activity of dopamine and norepinephrine when we're angry. Those are neurochemicals in your brain that are involved with experiences of reward. Anger's energizing. It's organizing. So there's a proverb that says, "Beware anger with its honeyed tip and poisoned barb." Feels so good, and yet it afflicts you and poisons you along the way. So I think recognizing the payoffs of anger is really helpful. There's something in our social nature as hunter-gatherers living in bands of 40 or 50 people that it's kind of gratifying to have contempt for others in a weird kind of way. It forms bonds of us who have contempt for them or who feel victimized or mistreated, aggrieved. We have grievances based on how they did us wrong. So these are very primal, addictive, actually. We can get hooked on the dopamine rush and the other rewards that come from anger. And anger becomes an organizing principle and a way of life. So I think that's very helpful to be really honest with yourself, a fearless and searching inventory of the dirty little payoffs you get from your anger, including the avoidance of the vulnerability and that's involved in not speaking or acting from anger.
This is Lynn Fraser with the Radical Recovery Summit. We have an exciting lineup for our 5th annual, including Dr. Gabor Mate as our keynote speaker. Head on over to radicalrecoverysummit.com to learn more and watch the interviews.